Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyay. This is the show that brings you the flavor of South India. The Justice Hema Committee report in Kerala has triggered a major controversy with several allegations coming in and some cases filed against big names in the movie industry there. In fact, actor and CPM leader Mukesh too is now under scanner because of a FIR filed against him. But the big question is, where will the SIT's investigation head and will these complainants get justice? We'll debate that, but take a look at what has happened.
Some people are asking directly, if you come with me, I will give chances like that.
When I came out from the toilet, someone suddenly, unexpectedly hugged me from the behind. When I turned, it was Jay Surya.
These must be investigated fairly, quickly, transparently, and those who are guilty should not be spared.
And an MLA, it is proper and it is his moral duty to step away so that free and fair inquiry can be ensured.
Well, to take this further, we have an eminent panel joining us today. We also have some of the complainants who've really come out, narrated their ordeal and fighting this very tough battle. We have Mr. Vivek Srivastava of the LDF, that's the government there in Kerala, which has to answer a lot of questions. We'll begin with one of the complainant who's worked as a junior artist in the movie industry, taken up several projects in the industry, now has come out and narrated how she too was targeted and she was sexually harassed as well, and she's filed a complaint. She will put out more details in the coming days, but it's a tough fight that she's fighting right now. Ma'am, I'll come to you straight away. It must have been difficult for you to come out, but how important was the Hema Committee report? How did it, in a way, enable you to come out and talk about the ordeal that you went through, ma'am?
Actually, people like me supported the Hema Committee report because this is the Hema Committee report which supported us to reveal our stories, our bad experiences which happened in film industry. That was the most important report which helped us. After reporting this Hema Committee report, junior artists or other artists, those who are suffer from these types of sexual harassment or mental harassment, came forward to open out their issues according to this report. And I am also one of the victims who suffered with these types of sexual harassment. One of them happened from Mr. Baburaj, who was a famous film actor, and he also in Amma film industry, in Amma organization of the cinema field. And he asked me to come to his home for discussing about a movie, and also some people's according to this movie. That was some director or controller who was in his home, and according to this, he called me to reach his home. And after I reached his home, and
This was in which year, ma'am?
that happened on 2019.
Okay.
And he sexually abused me from his home. And I couldn't get out from that home on that particular day because there was no enough money with me to come out. And after after morning, I could get out from his home. And he didn't ask me any apologies or nothing. And on that spot, I couldn't speak these things to anybody. That was the situation for me because there was no support in my home and nobody was there with me. But now, after 1.5 years before, I revealed all these things to Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who was the current SP of Malappuram district, Kerala. On that time, he was the DCP in Kerala, sorry, Cochin. But he asked us to file a case, and so that we can take FIR. But unfortunately, I couldn't go forward about these things because I was not in Kerala. We were in Dubai. So we told him that after we will discuss it later. Then at that time, the Hema Committee report came, and this was the particular time which I can reveal all these things to the society or the legal authorities. That's why I came forward about my complaints, and also I filed a case before Mr. Ajita Begum, who is one of the DIG in Kerala. And after that, now I am not in Kerala. That day she told me that once I reach in Kerala, she will take the statement and move forward the FIR and all the inquiries regarding to the case file.
Okay. What do
Yes.
you expect now, ma'am, from the system, from the SIT, from the state government?
From the state government, they took all the four people for this investigation, and according to the state government, that people started the inquiries which came in front of the cases in front of them. And I think the state government and the whole society, all the media, all are supporting with the victims. And there is, I hope for the best, and these people will came forward all these complaints and will get a good thing from there. I think so.
Okay, I'll come back to you, ma'am. I'll quickly go across to Mr. Vivek Srivastav. Sir, you've seen the kind of complaints that's come in, not just the one that who's speaking to us today, but other complaints as well. Some powerful individuals being named, not just from the industry, who become MLAs and who are now in the ruling dispensation. How will the state government now ensure and assure these complainants that justice will prevail, the system will work, despite the fact that such powerful people have been named?
See, first of all, you have to understand, Harish, that no government across the nation, any state government, any police commissioner cannot act till the victim intimates us in some way that, okay, this is what went wrong, and now I want justice. This is the first part. And that is where, see, in our country, women are very scared, young girls are very scared, girls who are from deprived sections of the society across the nation, across the factories, whether it is Bollywood, it is Bhojpuri cinema, it is this Kerala story that is going on. This is a problem. So the point is, I met the police commissioner in Delhi at the time of Nirbhaya, and when I sat down and we started talking all the women groups to him, the feedback he said was that we want to help. It's not that the police doesn't want to help, but then if somebody doesn't come forward, it becomes very difficult for us. There is a POSH Act 2013. The POSH Act 2013, there is a clause in it. Now that clause says that action will be taken, but preferably we also request that the victim should come and file a complaint. Preferably is the word, within 3 months of the incidents happen. This is the written clause in it. Now, because it is easy to investigate, after a long duration has passed, it becomes very difficult for whether it is CBI or it is the state police to actually investigate the case and come to some conclusion as to what happened. So we in 2017, the Pinarayi Vijayan government, he facilitated the WCC, the Women for Cinema Collective. It was at their advice that we decided to form this Hema Committee, so that it goes deeper into the industry and takes a review of what is not functioning properly, so that something can happen. So we mean business.
I take that point. I'll quickly go across to the complainant, because this is a concern, as you mentioned, that there has been a lot of time that has lapsed, in some cases more than 10 years. Ma'am, you think this will end up hampering any sort of a investigation because there's a lapse of time? In your case, you're saying these incidents happened in 2019. There are others who are saying it happened much earlier, in the earlier part of 2010, 2013. Do you think that will end up becoming a major stumbling block in this investigation, that you won't have enough evidence, whether it's forensic or otherwise?
Yeah, he said exactly the right thing. Even though we are the victims who came forward, and they should take us as the exact evidence, I think. And also some people have also evidence with there. I also have some evidence against him also. And there was many problems or many incidents happened before 10 years, 11 years. And there is a problem with taking some proof also. And today, in some cases, the police got some evidences from the hotel against one of the actor in Kerala. And they also take evidences according to that, CCTVs or some files or WhatsApp chat or something else. They are taking evidences right now. But we are the exact proof in front of the police.
Okay. Mr. Srivastav, she's saying that why don't you take what we are saying and also collect other supporting evidence? Because yes, there has been a lot of time that's been lost. Some of the forensic evidence might not be available, but there are others, digital and statements, testaments of these complainants who can act as some sort of a strong support for a case that the police will build.
I totally agree with you, and the government will be on the side of the victims. That is very clear. But however, once the charge sheet has been made and it goes into the court, because ultimately it is the court which is going to decide the punishment. So that is where, again, even it all becomes very complicated. I can give you a couple of incidences. There was this Bhushan Saran Singh case. I don't want to divert. So there were many girls who were complaining against him. We were supporting him. We were at Jantar Mantar. But again, you see, the person, the accused, Bhushan Saran Singh said that you show me the evidence. It was very difficult for Sakshi or Vinesh Fogart or any of the wrestler girls to actually come out at that time and say what time we went to the room and where we went to the room and something actually happened or not. And the case is still going on. So this is the story not just of Malayalam film industry or Kerala. This is a technical point and it is going on across the nation. That's what I'm trying to say. The government is very serious about it. We don't want controversies.
Yeah.
We want good governance. And definitely, I mean, we are a political party. If we don't govern you well, and you are the citizens of this nation, of the state, how will we, contribute to the communist cause? So we are serious
So the
about
fear
it.
is that just like in Metoo case,
Yes.
just like in Metoo case where several women came out, filed complaint, but because of the time that was lost, lack of evidence, it ended up going nowhere, whether it's in terms of the legal process or any action against the culprits. Ma'am, coming back to you, you've seen the industry up close, you worked there. Is this something that was very prevalent, ma'am? Because the Hema Committee report gives so many details, so many examples. It has not named some of them, but it gives out details on how this is a widespread menace in the industry. How can it be changed according to you?
According to Hema Committee report, exactly there was an Hema Committee report. What was in it, we don't know right now also. And even though there was many people who are suffering these types of, many girls suffer from sexual abusement. Once they get into the film industry or casting director or controller, they are asking our photos, and at the moment they are asking for adjustment. But some girls are not willing for this, and they are getting loss of their job. They won't get any chance in film industry. This is what happened right now. There should be a good eradication of these things, and should girls get good respect and support and care from the film industry.
Has anyone, after you come out and voiced your complaint now, has anyone warned you, saying that you lose out on opportunities or there will be threat for you within the industry? Has anyone warned you, ma'am, after that?
After complaining a case, I didn't got any call or anything from these types of things. But some girls faced like threatening against them. according to why they filed
Okay.
a case regarding, they got threatening messages or calls from some people from film industry they got, but right now I didn't get any threatened words or something, nothing else right now for me. But this is the
Okay.
truth
Okay.
which is happening in film industry.
Okay. Mr. Srivatsa, what has happened, how the SIT will deal with it is one aspect, but the other one is the Justice Hema Committee report gives so many details of how this is a widespread menace, as I said. How will the state government tackle this, sir? Because laws, yes, but you would also need some sort of a complete cultural shift in how people within the industry work now.
See, any government, any state government, when we start investigating for any specific industry, let us say the show business industry in the Malayalam, in Kerala, right? So we can first of all take, which we are taking. And in the report it was cited that there are no separate washrooms for the ladies in many areas where the shooting goes on. So there was a
Yeah.
series of complaints that can be tackled very easily. But you mentioned Me Too. In Me Too, you see MJ Akbar, who was a minister at that time, and he was from your fraternity, he was a journalist,
Yeah.
and a lot of complaints that were made against him were from fellow journalists and who were his juniors or who were interns, and they complained against him. And the
Yes.
duration of complaint was huge, but the minister had to resign. He alleged that one of the complainants asked him for a bribe of 6 crore rupees to close the case. That is what he said. But because there were multiple complainants, it became a strong case, and the government or the central government also took action, and
Yes.
he had to resign. So what I'm saying is that the biggest appeal and the biggest fight, no doubt the state government is standing with you, is that the girls have to come out, trust the government, lodge the complaints, be collective. I mean, if because it's, see, I'll be very practical. I may sound wrong. It is very difficult to trace out for the police or an
Yes.
investigating agency what happened between two individuals in somebody's house in a room maybe 10 years back. So I mean, nobody knows. But when there are
Okay.
many girls, when it is collective, it becomes easier for them. So everybody is serious about it. However, the logistics still need to be worked out, and this is a problem across the nation, and not just this
Okay.
industry; it is across the nation.
Okay, fair enough. We only hope that the SIT manages to build a watertight case that will stand legal scrutiny. Thank you, Mr. Srivatsava, for joining us. And ma'am, we really hope that you have the strength to fight this, take it to a logical conclusion, and you get justice. Thank you for talking to us during these challenging times. Joining us today is another complainant, Sonia Malhar, who's come out and filed her complaint and also spoken about the ordeal that she's gone through and is fighting this out in the public. Ma'am, we have seen the SIT taking your statement. We have seen the cops talking to you. We have seen the state government assuring action. What do you expect next, ma'am?
Yeah, maybe government will take quick action for this complaint, expecting good for, hoping good for us. We need hoping justice. I give my statement what is happening that 2013 in that location exactly. I will reveal all the things to the police. They noted and they recorded for the SIT, Special Investigation Team.
Now we have seen whether other complainants or people within the government saying that the fact that a lot of time has lapsed. Some of these incidents happened in 2019, much before that, 10-15 years in some cases. Do you think a watertight case can be built here? And the fact that there are powerful people, including MLAs, who've been named now, do you feel that there will be a good case that the SIT can manage to build and there will be conviction of these people?
Yeah, maybe it will affect it, but the law is preference the victim's words. Maybe that is the only hope. If anybody is doing like illegal or injustice for women, must punish.
Well, ever since you've come out, has anyone from the industry warned you that you lose out on opportunities or there will be some sort of a threat to you? Have your friends or others in the industry, has anyone told you that this was a risky affair and you were taking a lot of risk?
Yeah, it is very risky, but my family is with me, so that is I'm happy. more media, Kerala medias and national medias and some organizations, women's organization, all are give support to me. So I'm very courageous, no problem. But maybe some other ladies facing so many issues here. I have some threatening from the accused persons or accused uh, film industry, like that. Some more people I fighting for a big mafia, so it's yeah.
Well, thank you, Sonia Malhar, for talking to us during these challenging times.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking about the Justice Hema Committee report, Shashi Tharoor has hit out against the LDF government in Kerala. Speaking exclusively to CNN News 18's managing editor Zaka Jacob, the MP has said that he's disappointed that the Kerala government did not act on the report despite it being submitted in 2019.
And I want to talk about an issue that's sort of raging through your home state, the film industry in your home state, about this whole Me Too wave. Do you see this as sort of a seminal moment in that industry, in that society, in a way that women artists are saying, no more, we want to live by a different set of rules, and therefore the male artists have to sort of learn to live with this new set of rules?
And not just the artists, the male producers, male directors, male people who actually, call the shots on a set. They have certain responsibilities, and that's what this is very clearly established. Well, in some ways, we've been hearing rumors to this effect, from the casting couch to various practices in various film industries around the world and certainly across India. But at least one can say that it's the women of Kerala who had the courage to demand an inquiry. I'm actually slightly disappointed not slightly, very disappointed by the state government sitting on the report which was submitted to them in 2019 by the all-women committee that wrote the report, the Justice Hema, and two other senior women who had studied this and who had done a very thorough job. And when they did release it, they redacted 69 names to protect identities, which means the identities of both the accuser and the accused. But that's really something which I'm glad that I gather a court has taken note of and directed the police to fire suo motu FIRs where there is a report of a cognizable offence. I mean, I was shocked when a minister tried to excuse this by saying, well, the women didn't complain to the government. I'm sorry, they complained to a committee appointed by the government. And therefore, that committee should have been taken seriously, and I'm sorry that 5 years were lost in the process. The state government did not do the right thing. But now that it's coming out, and even though all those 69 pages were redacted, FIRs are being filed, I think it will be very good to see some serious action. What is more important is, will the other film industries around the country also sit up and take notice? Because it's idle to pretend this has only happened in Kerala. On the contrary, Kerala is a place where women are enlightened and strong, and they had the courage to demand this and to conduct and speak honestly to these to the committee of inquiry that came up now with this detailed report, and finally it has come out into the open. I think it's very important that the rest of India's film industry wake up and realize that they need to look at the mote in their own eye.
Welcome back. Time for a quick roundup of all the other major stories from South India.
In a relief to Karnataka Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar, the Karnataka High Court on Thursday dismissed the petitions filed by the CBI and BJP MLA Baswangouda Patil Yetnal, questioning the Siddaramaiah government's decision of withdrawing that consent that was given by the previous BJP government for the probe of disproportionate asset case against Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar. Kannada popular actor Darshan was shifted from Parappana Agrahara jail in Bengaluru to Bellary Central Jail. This after his photos of having that VIP treatment from the Central Jail went viral on social media. In fact, 9 of his associates were also shifted to different jails across the state. Remember, Darshan is key accused in Renuka Swamy murder case. Karnataka state government, which was hopeful of securing compensation of financial losses that occurred during 15th Finance Commission, in fact appears more bleak now. This because the 16th Finance Commission, which met the state government on Thursday, made it very clear that no compensation would be provided for the past losses.
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has ordered for a high-level inquiry into the allegations levelled by girls of an engineering college over hidden cameras being placed inside the hostel. In fact, the police have apprehended one accused. Further investigation is underway. In a jolt to Jagan Mohan Reddy, YSRCP MPs Mastan Rao and Venkataramana Rao has resigned from the party. They set to join the TDP. Crackdown over illegal encroachment continues, and now the Chief Minister's own brother Tirupati Reddy has received a notice from Revenue Department officials over his property being placed within the full tank level and buffer zone of the Durgam Cheruvu Lake. Not just him, residents of Madhapur Amar Colony Cooperative Society particularly have received notices asked by officials to evict their house by 30 days, following which there will be demolition. After the Supreme Court came down heavily on him, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy took to the social media platform X to express his regret over his statement regarding the bail given to K. Kavita. The Chief Minister earlier, in fact, said that the bail was given to Kavita within just 5 months because all the votes of the BRS got transferred to the BJP, alleging a nexus between the two parties.
That's all we could pack in this edition of Sensational South. We'll be back next week with more stories. Thank you for watching.